Hello friends, I want you to take out the CBSE textbook of Science Standard 8. We'll take the chapter number 8, Cell Structure and Function. So, you have observed many things around you. Some of them are living, some of them are non-living. The question that arises in my mind is, where do we distinguish between a living thing and a non-living thing? Because there are some characters that are common in living things. You can see that they show movement. A fan is also showing movement. I have put on the fan is moving. Then can I say that the fan is a living thing? Of course not. Then we can see that living things respire. So they take in oxygen, they take in air, and they give out carbon dioxide, air which contains more of carbon dioxide. You can say that for an air conditioner takes air from one place, filters it, and then gives it to the whatever is unwanted, that also is taken out. So can we say that the air conditioner is a living thing? No. A car moves, there are electronic gadgets, there are so many things that you can fit into the car, a computer, and computer will drive the car. You need not do anything. So can we say that the car is living thing now? No. So living things reproduce. Now this is the character that is not shown by the non-living things to the extent that we show it. A table cannot give birth to another table, but human beings, animals, the trees, plants, they give birth to young ones. They can reproduce. So this quality is unique in living things. So many types of living things are there, millions and billions of varieties of plants and animals are there. And if you can go through it, there are different levels. For example, in a political system, an individual is the smallest unit of society. Many individuals come together, they form an organization, political party. Many political parties come together, they form the government of the country. Many countries come together to form the world. A big organization is formed from smaller units. Same way, our body is also formed with smaller units. The smallest of these units is called as the cell. Now, they have taken a parallel example of bricks. You have seen different types of buildings. All these buildings are made up of the smallest unit, that is called as a brick. Bricks are very similar to each other. So, what is a wall made up of? It is made up of bricks. What is the whole house made up of? It is made up of bricks. But the houses are not same. They are of different sizes, different shapes, different levels. So you see that the same brick can be used, similar type of bricks can be used for making houses of different shapes, of different height. So in our body also, there are millions and billions of cells which make our body. There are billions of cells in multicellular other organisms like elephant, like tiger, like cow. All these cells, they are the structural and functional unit of life. Now, discovery of the cell. Robert Hooke in 1665 observed cork under a magnifying device. He found that there are compartments in it. He closely looked at it. He found a honeycomb-like structure and called it as cells. Later on, advanced studies because of refined microscopes helped us to understand the types of cells, what is inside the cells. Cork is a part of the bark of a tree. So Robert Hooke took thin slices of the cork and observed that under the microscope, and he found partition boxes or compartments, and he saw that they were like honeycomb. He coined the term cell for each box. He observed these boxes and the cork were actually dead cells. So cells of living organisms could be observed only after discovery of improved microscopes. Very little was known till the next 150 years after Robert Hooke's observations. So what is cell? Cell is a basic structural and functional unit of life. Structure, the whole of the body is made up of cells. Structural unit, functional unit. So where does the function happens? Where does everything happens? It happens in the cell. So we inhale, we can take oxygen. Where does it go? To the cell. We eat food. It is converted into glucose. after digestion, where does it go? In the cell. The cell produces energy. The cell produces excretory substances. So cell is a structural and functional unit of life. This is a very important statement that you have to remember. Now, cells in living organisms are complex living structures. Egg of a hen represents a single cell big enough to be seen by unaided eye. So there are different types of cells, there are different sizes of the cells. An egg of a hen, you can easily see it. It is a single cell. Other cells may be smaller, like mycoplasma is a bacteria, galliseptum, mycoplasma galliseptum. It is around 0.1 micrometer, very, very tiny. It is a single cell which can reproduce a single living cell. So single cells are called as unicellular organisms. All the functions of the body are done by one cell. Amoeba, for another example, they have shown us the picture of amoeba, paramecium, or single cell. So two types of organisms are there. Unicellular organism, uni means one, and multicellular organism means many celled animals. So in unicellular organisms, all the work have to be done by a single cell. Searching for food, digestion of food, excretion of unwanted substances, respiration, everything is to be done by the single cell. You can see the picture of amoeba and paramecium in the textbook. Now they have also said that number of cells. Suppose you see a cat. The cat is smaller than your body. Human beings are much larger. Human beings have trillions of cells. Cats also have millions and billions of cells. But all the function that we do, they also do. Basic functions which are required for living things. Same thing is true with ants. So number of cells, let it be very large or small, type of body design is different. So they carry out all the basic functions of living organism. It doesn't matter. The number of cells may be less or more. Organisms made of more than one cell are called multicellular. Number of cells being less in smaller organism does not in any way affect the functioning of the organisms. You will be surprised to know that an organism with billions of cells begin the life with a single cell. So we begin our life with a single cell. Now you can see the picture of amoeba. Amoeba has no definite shape. Unlike other organisms, it keeps on changing its shape, length, protruding out. There are some projections which are protruding out, coming out, and these are called as pseudopodia. Pseudo means false and podia means feet, as learnt in chapter 7. As learnt in class 7. So these projections appear and disappear as amoeba moves or feeds. Thank you.